You felt it. A deep, meaningful connection was there. The conversations flowed with an ease you rarely find. You shared vulnerabilities. You shared dreams. You shared the quiet parts of your soul. This person, this INFJ, seemed to understand you on a level that felt almost telepathic. They listened with their entire being. They offered insights that cut right to the core of your struggles. You felt seen. You felt valued. Then, one day, the warmth vanished. It was not a slow fade. It felt like a switch was flipped. Before we dive into the core reasons for an INFJ's withdrawal, we must first confront a pervasive and damaging myth. This is the idea that INFJs are inherently cold, calculating, manipulative. The narrative suggests they enjoy the power of their silence, using it to punish or orchestrate a dramatic exit. From the outside, the effect is painful, so people assume the intent was to cause pain. This assumption couldn't be further from the truth. INFJs are driven by introverted feeling and extroverted feeling. They are deeply sensitive to emotions. Intentionally causing suffering is abhorrent to them. Their values center on harmony and authentic connection. When they go cold, it is a last resort. Introverted intuition means they process internally, deeply, often non-linearly. To outsiders, it can look like coldness. They are not plotting, they are processing. Not trying to be cruel, they're seeking a way forward with least harm. One of the primary reasons an INFJ goes cold is profound emotional overwhelm. Think of an INFJ's emotional capacity like a circuit board, wired with extreme sensitivity. Their extroverted feeling acts like an antenna, picking up everyone's emotional states. They feel your joy, your anxiety, your anger, and your sadness as if it were their own. In balance, they are incredibly empathetic friends, partners, counselors. But prolonged conflict, negativity, drama, and intense unprocessed emotions fry their internal circuits. They can no longer distinguish their own feelings from those they've absorbed. It becomes a system shutdown, thinking, deciding, basic functioning, compromised. The world becomes too loud, too bright, too demanding. Self-preservation kicks in. They cut off the source. This is where withdrawal begins. It isn't to hurt you. It's a biological need to decompress, like leaving a room with a dozen songs blasting. Another critical reason for an INFJ's withdrawal is the enforcement of boundaries. INFJs naturally nurture and can be prone to overgiving. They listen for hours, offer advice, provide emotional support, going to great lengths to help. But their reserves aren't infinite. They need space to recharge. When relationships become imbalanced, the INFJ becomes an unpaid therapist. They will drop hints, try to steer things toward balance. If the pattern persists, withdrawal becomes self-preservation, the ultimate boundary. When requests for space go ignored, a cutoff may be the only tool left. It says, "I cannot continue to pour from an empty cup." It may feel harsh, but it follows repeated violations of reciprocity. Ending the interaction stops the damage. INFJs are driven by a relentless search for authenticity. They crave relationships that are deep, meaningful, built on mutual understanding and genuine vulnerability. Their intuition seeks deeper truths and real substance beneath the surface. Small talk and superficiality feel draining and pointless. Sensing inauthenticity, masks, stalled surface connections, triggers disengagement. If they must hide their quirks, deep emotions, or intuitive insights, they withdraw. If talks stay on the surface, work, plans, events, the INFJ feels emptiness. They try to go deeper. If deflected, they conclude a real connection isn't possible. It isn't judgment of worth. It's incompatibility. Better no connection than a fake one. INFJs have long memories, especially for emotional pain. Introverted intuition and introverted feeling integrate past into a complex framework. Betrayal or deep hurt doesn't just fade, it becomes data informing future choices. After breaches, lies, broken promises, dismissiveness, violated confidences, a protective wall goes up. One of the deepest wounds, a shared vulnerability used against them or shared with others. Trust isn't just broken, it's shattered. The door slam can be absolute. They may forgive philosophically, but that doesn't mean readmitting someone into their life. Their silence is a rational exit from patterns that lead to pain. Understanding the why is step one. The question remains, what now? Move with patience and emotional honesty. The silence doesn't have to be permanent. If you're shut out, don't panic or bombard. Send one concise message, then give space. I've noticed you've been distant and I'm concerned. I value our connection and I'm here if you want to talk. I'll give you the space you need. Use the space for honest self-reflection. Was it imbalanced? Were boundaries crossed? If you're the INFJ, practice communicating needs before depletion. If reconnection happens, be clear about causes, listen without defensiveness, and show change over time.